Welcome everyone to what is essentially the final IDW Sonic comic review of the year. And it's another one-shot special called Winter Jam. Before I continue, if you're new to the channel and like what you see here, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, from this point forward, there will be spoilers. Winter Jam is the third one-shot special that came out in 2023. The first one being Endless Summer, and the second one being a Halloween special. Given that at the time of writing, the winter season is about to start, what better way to kick it off than by presenting a story that has our characters involved in some wintry shenanigans. Since Sonic and company are no strangers to traveling and fighting in cold environments throughout the various media, I'm curious to see how this plays out. One more thing, this comic can also double as a Christmas special. You'll see what I mean. Anyway, let's get started. At one of Eggman's many bases, the Doctor is watching a bunch of monitors simultaneously. Monitors filled with nothing but reality TV competition shows. All Christmas related, by the way. Orbot is not happy with Eggman's current hobby, mainly because it's piling up the workload. Though Cubot claims Eggman's only watching a bunch of reality TV because it's research for new ways to break Sonic and his friends. Orbot then decides to take matters into his own hands and ropes Cubot in. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, Sonic and some of his friends are chilling at the beach. For some reason, the comments I've read online claim that this place is Green Hill. However, in reality, this could be anywhere. Also, I see Amy and Cream have their shoes off. Probably a good thing we don't see what their feet look like. For all we know, Sega could still acknowledge that the characters have blobby feet. And finally, why is E123 Omega here? Well, given what will happen later on in this comic, it's for plot convenience. Sonic tempts fate by saying, quote, "Nothing could ever mess up this endless summer." 1. I see what you did there, comic. And 2. Sonic and his friends are about to find out why you should never say things like that. A giant chomper quickly approaches them and swallows everyone whole. It takes them to Eggman's base and spits them out onto an arena. And it's here that Orbot and Cubot reveal their plan. Our heroes are about to participate in a reality TV competition show called Winter Jam. Cubot even switches to a TV announcer voice for the occasion. He states that Sonic's group will participate in this contest for a fabulous prize, a genuine Chaos Emerald. Everyone discusses their options, which include participating in this shady game, to just outright stealing the emerald and letting Omega blast the place open. Orbot and Cubot quickly whip up a bonus incentive for participating in the competition. A new big bad badnik ready to be destroyed by any vengeful robot. That did the trick as Omega stands down. Because this is a competition, Sonic's group will be split off into teams of 2. Sonic and Tails, Amy and Cream, and Cheese, Rouge and Omega, and finally, Big and Froggy. Yeah, the original plan was to have 3 teams of 3, but Orbot and Cubot failed to capture a couple of key players, so they'll have to make do with what they've got. The first event is Scene Jam. The idea is for everyone to create a nice holiday party vibe. Whichever team makes the best contribution wins. Well, it's not going to be Team Sonic. Ignoring Tails' instructions, Sonic tries putting up some Christmas lights in a pretty image. But since he was going a bit too fast, he ended up getting caught in Big's fishing line, resulting in Sonic, Tails, and Big getting tangled among the lights. During Team Dark's portion, Rouge decides to make a play for the Emerald and wants Omega to create a distraction. It doesn't work out, as said distraction involves Omega targeting Orbot and Cubot while the two are admiring the Christmas wreaths he put up. Then he went a bit overboard and Rouge gets caught in the blast and the resulting rubble. Amy and Cream's portion involved food preparation, and while most of it looks nice, Cream's special jelly cake leaves something to be desired. She took her mother's advice of not letting food waste, well, go to waste, a little too far. It doesn't really matter. Amy and Cream win simply because they didn't cause a major disaster. Next up is Snowball Jam. Each team has to take an Eggman doll to the goal intact, while also avoiding snowballs from the opposing teams. Team Rose loses their doll thanks to a barrage of snowballs from Omega. Sonic thinks he's got this, but due to the doll's poor construction, they easily fall apart if traveling at a very fast speed. Sorry, Sonic. Big doesn't even try, so Rouge and Omega win this one. After many off-screen events, well, sort of, we can see them in the background, we arrive at what will be the final game for our heroes. Sculpt Jam. Make the best ice sculpture before time runs out. Sonic and Tails spin dash one of themselves, and it looks nice. However, Sonic failed to give his statue proper support, and it collapses. While Team Rose and Team Dark chip away at their ice blocks, Froggy utilizes his own method of ice sculpting. Laser beams. Has Froggy reached some sort of new enlightenment? Nope. Cubot reveals that Froggy is actually a robot. The real Froggy managed to avoid getting captured by the giant Chomper earlier. So Orbot and Cubot quickly put together a substitute. Froggybot just happens to also be the special Badnik mentioned earlier. With this revelation, Orbot and Cubot just lost the means to keep Omega from going all out. During Omega's rampage, Rouge once again goes for the Emerald and succeeds this time. All of this loud noise catches Eggman's attention, and Orbot and Cubot realize they're in deep trouble. They quickly push a button to eject Sonic and his friends all the way back to where they started. Joining them are the many Christmas items and artificial snow from Winter Jam, transforming the area into a winter wonderland. Might as well take advantage of this opportunity. Oh, and Big reunited with the real Froggy, if you must know. Eggman is not pleased that all of this reality TV research resulted in pure garbage, so he scraps everything related to it. On the bright side, Orbot and Cubot are not only off the hook for now, they got what they really wanted in the end. You could say for them, it's a Christmas miracle. This one-shot marks the IDW Sonic debut of writer Yasmin Omar Atta, and this supports a crazy theory I've developed, that Winter Jam, along with Endless Summer and the Halloween special, are actually an annual split off into 3 specials. Given that the actual annual this year went in a different direction, it makes sense to me. I wouldn't be surprised if the 3 specials were combined into a trade paperback later on. Alright, let's get back to Winter Jam and its author. Yasmin, also known online as Delta, is an award-winning writer/artist that has worked on projects such as Nera and the Djinn and Miss Hadra. They also worked on some mobile/indie games as a character designer and background artist. To be involved in an IDW Sonic book, they must be a fan of the franchise. So let's check their Twitter account, and yep, they're definitely a fan. In fact, one of their tweets had them excited to showcase Mecha Sonic Mark III from Sonic Adventure, still in a display tube. I wonder if they've read Archie Sonic issue 85. There are a lot more Sonic references in this special, but first let's discuss the plot. Orbot and Cubot forcing Sonic and his friends to participate in a winter-themed reality show? I admit, it's something different. Well, to step up from their Hero Camp plot, Yasmin probably drew inspiration from other reality competition shows such as Survivor, Interior Design Masters, Top Chef, and the billions of others that are out there. From what I've briefly glanced, most follow a similar format. Individuals/teams compete against each other in order to win a prize. And usually after a round, there are interviews that allow the players to express how well or how poorly they did. Oh yeah, the interviews. After Scene Jam and Snowball Jam, we get to see Orbot and Cubot interview the teams, and it's hilarious to see these characters in the situation. Especially Sonic and the post-Snowball Jam interview. Yeah, Sonic didn't win any of the competitions we saw, and it was taking a toll on his psyche. This is one situation where our hero's trademark skills are a detriment. That's probably what Eggman had in mind while researching reality TV shows. Even Orbot began to understand this near the end. Of course, the only reason Orbot and Cubot initiated their plan is to get Eggman to realize this reality TV thing is a complete waste of time. I mean, it has to be given Orbot's disdain about the research in the beginning, and how he and Cubot give each other a thumbs up when Eggman scraps the entire research. How one feels about reality TV can vary. Some may like it, while others may despise it. Moving on to the many Sonic references this book has. It's clear that Yasmin, along with the art team of Minho Kim and Reggie Graham, really had fun with the Easter eggs. First, there are the teams. In-universe, Orbot and Cubot were trying to go for a Sonic Heroes approach, but when they failed to capture Shadow and Knuckles, they had to resort to the Sonic Advance 3 method. Brief tangent, even if they got Knuckles and Shadow, the Echidna might have gone along with it, but Shadow would not waste time with this nonsense and go straight for the Emerald. I'm amazed Orbot and Cubot were able to get Omega to play along with that special Batnik shtick. Said special Batnik, Robo Froggy, was foreshadowed if you've paid attention to the panels within Winter Jam. The frog is acting weird, and you can see the zipper. Back to the teams, I'm surprised the Amy and Cream pairing isn't called Team Jubilee. Not even a reference to that name is mentioned. A missed opportunity right there considering the Sonic and Tails duo referenced the unbreakable bond. Oh, and the Sonic and Tails pose? A flipped version of the Sonic 2 16-bit title screen. Since we're getting deeper into the references, might as well bring up what was included in a quick list format. At least the ones I could find. Starting with Eggman's monitors, we see the conductor and his wife, along with Barry, from the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. A game Minho Kim worked on, by the way. There are some Sonic Forces nods, including Ian Jr., Ian Molchler's character for the record. Then there's Tails with a surfboard, Big Guy and Little Guy, All's Well That Ends Well, Diamond Dust, Lock-On Multiplier, The Interview Room, a creepy doll of a character with an antenna on its head, Sonic Snowboarding, the body of Eggman's ice sculpture resembling that of 06, and finally, a holiday version of an established area. Chances are I've missed some. If by chance you find any, let me know in the comments. Oh hi there, Editor Me here. While working on this video, Minho Kim posted on his Twitter that the Winter Jam Arena was taken from the Japanese opening of Sonic X. This was something I would never have found on my own, given my limited knowledge of the anime. Sometimes editing at a slow pace pays off. You learn new things from one of the comic staff that you can share with others, as long as you give proper credit. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled review. As for the comic being set during the Christmas season, doesn't bother me. It's already established that people in this universe celebrate Halloween, so I'd figure they also celebrate the big one. And this is not the first time Sonic Media has Christmas-related stories or iconography. Heck, in one of the Christmas-themed stories, Sonic ended up becoming the new Santa Claus. At the end of the day, this story isn't to be taken seriously. I mean, it's Sonic and his friends participating in a reality TV show. The concept alone is ridiculous, but it's clear the staff behind this story were having fun, and considering what's going on plot-wise in the main book at the moment, this can serve as a bit of a palate cleanser. And so folks, thank you for joining me today. Have a good day, and happy holidays. Eggman's so mad he wasted all that time binge-watching reality shows, he failed to realize he lost a Chaos Emerald he probably had plans for. That's what I like to imagine at least.